Hey guys, it's me, Tired Mama, Teacher Sam, whatever you choose to call me. And today we're going to be talking about a topic that is in almost every conversation I have with a new teacher. And that question is, what is your side job? What do you do besides Palfish to make money? And I wanted to address that because I feel like it's beneficial to other teachers. I do not do Palfish full time. Most of you guys know, I've said it before, I have other things, right? Like, this isn't my main source of income. So, what do I do? Can you do it? How do you make money? How much money do you make? Etc. So, number one, I do Palfish. I'm a Palfish mentor, so I am paid for teaching as well as for the training. So, what else do I do? I also have some courses that I teach online. I teach a Tesol course. I know a lot of you have taken that Tesol course. If you're interested in it, it is $10. It is below. The link is below. And it is a Tesol with online specialization. I spent months and months and months creating this and having it accredited. It is fully internationally accredited. And it's geared purely at teachers who are going online. I've had a lot of really good feedback on it. I'm working on a online ESL continuing education series that would be accredited as well. So I put a lot of time into that. That's one source of income. I also have been working for the last 6 months on being a credit repair counselor. I have also on my Tired Mama Courses website, I have a credit repair DIY starter that is to help you get started on repairing your credit if you have bad credit, if you're trying to buy a house or you're trying to buy a car. Different things that will help you get ready for that, including letters to send creditors and get things off of your credit report. I can say that my credit score has jumped 176 points since I started this program, and it's pretty amazing. So I do have that for sale as well. That's $15 to get started, and then you can opt for additional sections of the class. I also have my Upwork stuff. I'm a freelancer. I've been a freelancer now for 4.5 years, full time. I work through a website called Upwork.com. I'm a top-ranked freelancer, which just means that I have more than a 90% completion rate on all of my jobs that I have bid on. I currently have a couple of jobs I've been going on for over a year now. So I draw another source of income from that. So now we have Palfish, we have my classes that I teach, and we have Upwork. But there's more. On my website, I also have things like online props that you can print out. I have t-shirts. I have a section that we're starting right now. I'm out of the original stock, but I have ordered more. It's called Mom's Jewelry Box. And I think these earrings are like $3.50 on there. Like, they're super cheap. I have a few things listed still, but I have more stock going on there soon. I have my website because, of course, I get ad revenue from my blog. I also get ad revenue from my YouTube page. That's all another paycheck. So why do I have so many sources of income? And why do I feel it's important to diversify like that? Well, number one, all of these jobs individually may not make the income that I want. I am trying desperately to finish tackling off my 3 degrees of stupidity. Not necessarily my 3 college degrees that I have. I'm trying to pay off all of that debt. I have 2 teenagers. I have one who starts college this fall at 13 years old. Right? She's taking college classes. That's all out of pocket. My husband and I hope to one day retire. You know, I'm only 35, but we do follow the Dave Ramsey plan on baby steps on how to build wealth. So we work very hard at that. I find that working from home, I don't have to spend the money on clothes or lunches or going or traveling. I had a job at one point where I was traveling for 2 weeks at a time, and that's really, really hard with a family. I'm fortunate that I don't have to do that anymore. I'm based solely out of my house, so we have one car payment. We have like some beater vehicles that we drive around, but it's nothing, that if it died tomorrow, I would be hurt. Anyway, I have posted you guys links to stuff that I find on Amazon that I love, and I get, I think the most I've made off Amazon promotions is like $2 in a month. But, I have a book on Amazon that's listed below, and I make a little bit off it every month. And I've slowly built up all of these smaller things because I want to stay at home. I don't necessarily want to go back to corporate America. I want to be, even when my kids are grown and gone, I want to work from home. I don't do people that well in person. I don't like getting sick, and I tend to be that one person who gets sick if anyone in the office has a cold, and I don't like that. I love staying at home. For me, it's also a thing of, my mom and my grandmother are up in age, and they live a quarter of a mile from me, so if something happens and they need me during the day, I'm there. Now, there are a lot of true work-from-home side hustles that can make you a lot of money. I have seen people who make $1,000 in a weekend with DoorDash or Postmates. If that's something in your city and it's not saturated with people, that may be a great income for you. I don't like people like that. So I have a friend who does Uber, and he makes $500 to $600 every week, and he does it which we live close to Auburn University and the football games. So he'll do it on the weekends when they have home games, and he said he'll make $500 in a day. And that's just money he's putting toward debt. That's a smart thing to do if you have the capability to do it. So there's Postmates, that's a good one. There's DoorDash. There's, what's the other one? The little waiter, I think, is a new one. There's also things like sponsorships. I have a couple of sponsorships that I have done that are okay. Just a little extra, every little bit really does add up. We also, in order to make sure that my income and my husband's income is where we want it, we live way below our means. I got into an argument with someone this week. We were talking about people who work from home. And they said, well, people who work from home, they only do that so they can live in, $1 million mansions and sit at a computer all day. Yeah, if they're stupid. I mean, my husband and I choose to live where we live. Our housing payment is less than what most people pay for a car payment. And we have a nice piece of property. We don't have cable. We don't eat steak a lot. We haven't necessarily given up luxuries of life. We still have cell phones, and we have, tablets, but we pay cash for things, and we're able to do that because of my multiple sources of income. I really recommend that if what you're trying to do is be a stay-at-home or work for yourself, that you explore some of these other avenues. Explore Upwork. Another great one is Fiverr. If you are a good writer or a good reader, or you're great with resumes, Fiverr may be a great place for you. I've seen people do everything on there from create blog posts to create cover photos, and they make a nice chunk of income doing that. That may be something that works for you. So explore that. Upwork, when you go in there, make sure that you promote yourself and you explain what you're good at. What are your skill sets? And it may take a little time. Don't apply for any jobs that don't match your skill sets, and really focus on the ones that do. And over time, you will slowly build up. Once you get that first great review, it's much easier to get contracts. I think I've worked about 12 contracts in 4 years, but most of my contracts have been long-term. And they have ranged anything, let's see, I did customer service phone support. And I can't say the company names because they do want you to sign a non-disclosure act, non-disclosure agreement. But I did phone service, I've done emails, I've done chat support, I've done cold calls, and some of that may sound degrading, but most of these jobs pay, I mean, I don't take anything that pays less than $25 an hour. So, you want me to call someone for $25 an hour? Sold. You know, it makes me happy to be at home, and it makes me happy to do what I do. So, I hope that this helped you with some of my side hustles. Don't forget, there's lots of things out there that you can do, too. I can tell you probably one of the worst things I ever did was I took a regulated job, meaning I worked answering phones for a very popular coffee company. And I sat at home and answered the phone from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. It was horrible. Horrible. Maybe that would work with your schedule. It did not work with my schedule. Anyway, find something flexible. If you really have the... what am I looking for? If you're determined that you're really going to find a true work-at-home job, number one, realize that it's not going to be something you just sit there and draw a paycheck off of. Number two, you have to put in the time and the energy. Number three, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Don't fall for a scam. Don't let anyone tell you they're going to send you office equipment, but the check happens to be for $1,000 more than your weekly pay, so just send them that money back. Guys, don't fall for that silliness. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright guys, it is time for me to go, and I will see you next time. Good luck with your side hustle.